Hello and welcome back to Darshan channel. Today in this video I will be discussing standard form, moods and figures. So let's first start with what syllogisms are. Syllogism is an deductive argument in which a conclusion is inferred from two premises. And categorical syllogism, a deductive argument consisting of three categorical propositions that contain exactly three terms, each of which occurs in exactly two of the proposition. Now what we can see here is that uh, in syllogism the basic thing is that it has premises, premise 1, premise 2, and then we have a conclusion in a syllogism, meaning that there are exactly two premises. Now in case of categorical syllogism, यहाँ पे जो भी आपके premises है that should be in a categorical proposition form, meaning that A, E, I and O prepositions आपके होने चाहिए. So that is the basic difference between syllogism and categorical syllogism. So an example is given here. No heroes are cowards, some soldiers are cowards, therefore some soldiers are not heroes. So in this example we can see that first one is an E preposition, second one is an I preposition, and then we have the conclusion as an O preposition. So this is categorical syllogism. So I hope this is clear with everyone. Moving to the next point, what we have is standard forms. Now in standard forms, what we there are four important things which you have to follow. The first point is all three statements are standard form categorical proposition, meaning that जो भी आपके propositions है, premises and conclusion, that should be in categorical proposition form. The second one is the two occurrence of each terms are identical. So यहाँ पे he is pointing out that we should have a middle term. जैसे in this particular case we can see that all soldiers are patriots, no traitors are patriots, meaning that यहाँ पे जो terms है that should be identical. And then the third point is each term is used in the same sense throughout the argument, meaning that यहाँ पे जो soldier का meaning है that should be same in the conclusion. जैसे यहाँ पे traitor है, so it should be same in the conclusion as well. The fourth point is that it should be listed आपका major premise होना चाहिए, and then minor premise, and then we should have the conclusion. So this is standard form में these four things are important. Categorical proposition होना चाहिए, जो आपका middle term है that should be identical, there should be exactly three terms, and the last one is major premise, minor premise, and then the last conclusion. It should be in this particular form. So this is what standard form means. Now let's move to what major, minor and middle term means. इसका देखते हैं. So moving with the first one, that is the major term, the term that occurs as a predicate term of the conclusion. Minor term आपका है the term that occurs as the subject term of the conclusion, and the middle term in a standard form categorical syllogism, the term that appears as both premise but does not appear in the conclusion. So in this particular case we see that यहाँ पे जो आपका soldier है that is the major term, and then the subject term is the minor term, and then the middle term, it's clear, the one which is common in both the premises, that is the middle term. Now let's move to the next part. We have premises of the syllogism, because it is said that आपका जो standard form है that should be major premise, and then we have minor premise, and then the last one is the conclusion. So in this particular case we'll see in a standard form categorical syllogism the premises that contains the major term जैसे कि आपका हो गया S is P, let's suppose all S is P, तो ये जो आपका predicate term है वो आपका मेजर में आएगा, एंड देन जो आपका सब्जेक्ट टर्म है वो आपका माइनर में आएगा. सो इन ए स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म categorical syllogism, the premise that contains the minor term. So in a standard form syllogism, the premises that contains the minor term. So this is it. Now let's move on to the next one, that is the moods of the syllogism. A characterization of a categorical syllogism determined by the forms of the standard form of categorical proposition it contains. So meaning that when we say that in a categorical proposition we have two premises and then conclusion. Now this premise can be a preposition, ये भी आपका a preposition के form में हो सकता है, and this can be also a preposition. So इसको mood बोलते हैं. So either it can be e preposition, I preposition, o preposition. So again this is what is the mood. So यहाँ पे if you will see AAA, AAI, AAE, so these are the moods. And कितने moods हो सकते हैं in total? 64. Since there are 4 forms of preposition, so we have in total 4 categorical preposition, and each syllogism contain exactly 3 such preposition. 3 preposition we have 1, 2 and 3, and then यहाँ पे कितने categorical prepositions है? 4. So in total आपके 64 moods होंगे, and each moods is identified by the 3 letters. So 3 letters जैसे A, meaning that this is the major premise, फिर आपका minor premise, and then we have the conclusion. So ये आपका mood हो गया. Now let's move to the figure. The position of the middle term in a premise, middle term in a premise of a standard form categorical syllogism, and then in total there are 4 figures. Since there are 4 figures, there are 256 different forms of categorical syllogism. So in total we have 256 types of categorical syllogism. Now let's see what are the 4 figures. So 4 figures में the middle term plays the important role. So you have to check the middle term. So in this particular case we have the major premise, minor premise and the conclusion. Now with this what we have is the position of the middle term. So you can see the position of the middle term here. So again the position of the middle term here, and in the third figure, and then the fourth figure. So again the figures आपको as it is you have to memorize, and then there's a technique also to remember. So you can remember it this way. So if this is the first figure, the second figure, and then the third figure, and then the last one is the fourth figure. So you can see the position M is this way, and then we have M this way. So it's a technique to remember M, and then we have this way. So यहाँ पे second figure आ गया, third में again straight, and then fourth. So if you remember this, you will be easily able to remember the 4 figures instead of memorizing MP, SM, SP. So you can just remember this diagram and you will be able to memorize it. Now let's move on to the next slide where we have the exercise. So exercise में first what we have is some evergreens are objects of worship because all fir trees are evergreens and some object of worships are fir trees. Now in this particular case what you have to do is you have to arrange it into the standard form. So for that what you have to do is you have to find the conclusion. So in this particular case we see that we have a premise indicator, meaning that this and this is your premises. Now this one is the conclusion, some evergreens are object of worship. So what we'll do is we'll simply write what the major term is, major premise, and then we have minor premise, and then the last one is the conclusion. So it's best if you can identify the conclusion first. So this is the conclusion, so you can simply write some and then evergreen objects, evergreens, and then we have our objects of worship. So I'm not writing everything, object of worship. So in this particular case, now you're familiar that this one is the subject and the object of worship is the predicate. सो दिस इज़ द प्रेडिकेट, एंड जो आपका प्रेडिकेट होगा वो आपका मेजर प्रेमाइस में जाएगा. सो जस्ट चेक सम ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ वर्शिप. सो यहाँ पे यू कैन सिंपली राइट सम objects of worships are fir trees. सो ये आपका मेजर हो गया. एंड देन एवरग्रीन शुड बी इन द सेकेंड. एवरग्रीन यहाँ पे है, सो विल सिंपली राइट ऑल fir trees are evergreens. नाउ ये आपका हो गया सब्जेक्ट, प्रेडिकेट एंड एवरीथिंग इज़ डन. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू इज़, यहाँ पे दिस इज़ द कॉपुला, यहाँ पे यू हैव द कॉपुला, यहाँ पे आपका हो गया प्रेडिकेट टर्म आ गया बिकॉज दिस इज़ द प्रेडिकेट, दिस इज़ हियर. यहाँ पे यू कैन से एवरग्रीन, ये आपका सब्जेक्ट टर्म आ गया. एंड यहाँ पे दिस बोथ आर फर ट्रीज आर कॉमन, तो ये आपका मिडल टर्म आ गया. So you are able to identify that this is in the standard form. Now again it is in अगर आपको इसका mood and figure लिखना है तो आपको कैसे लिखना होगा. It's again very easy. Some objects meaning that this is an I preposition, all meaning this is an A preposition, and some are some evergreens are objects of worship. So again यहाँ पे आपका this is again I preposition. Now again for this for the next part what we have to do is we have to check the middle term. For the figure what we have to do is we have to check the position of the middle term. So the middle term is this way. So abhi if you will remember this you will be easily able to memorize it. So I can see this arrow, so this is going this way, so this is again your third preposition. So this is I, and then your sorry, the fourth preposition, not the third preposition. So this is the third preposition and this should be the fourth preposition. So again this is I, fourth preposition, sorry, fourth figure. Now let's move to the next example. In the next example again what you have to do is you have to identify it in the standard form. So standard form mein again you have to write the major premise, and then we have the minor premise, and then the last में आपका conclusion. Now let's try to see conclusion कहाँ पे. All artificial satellites are important scientific achievements, therefore so यहाँ पे आपका some important scientific achievements are US invention. ये आपका conclusion हो गया. Some important scientific achievements, ये आपका subject हो गया. So I'm just writing important scientific achievements are, and then we have not, and then US, U dot S inventions. So यहाँ पे ये आपका subject and this in US invention ये आपका predicate. Now let's look for the US invention. US invention यहाँ पे, so this will be your the subject term. So the major term. So you'll simply write some artificial satellites are not US invention, and then similarly जो आपका minor premise होगा तो the minor premise is all artificial satellites are important scientific achievement. So now it should be clear that ये जो आपका subject term है this is your predicate, and यहाँ पे जो आपका predicate term है वो आपका US invention यहाँ पे आ गया. So my, and then subject term आपका यहाँ पे आ गया, and then sorry यहाँ पे आपका आ गया IS, subject term is here, यहाँ पे आपका predicate term है, and then artificial satellite दोनों में आपका common है, तो ये आपका middle term हो गया. Again the first one is O preposition, second आपका A preposition, and the last one is again O preposition. Now the next thing what you have to do is you have to identify the position of the middle term. So again you can draw this. So you see that the middle term जो है आपका यहाँ पे है. So the middle term जो है आपका यहाँ पे है. So meaning that this is your third जो आपका figure है. सो नाउ यू नो हाउ टू फॉर्म द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म आपको आ गया, एंड एट द सेम टाइम यू नो आपका ये आपका मूड एंड फिगर हो गया। चलिए लेट्स मूव टू वन मोर एग्जाम्पल, लास्ट एग्जाम्पल। सो यहाँ पे what you can see is that all proteins are organic compounds, hence all enzymes are proteins. So यहाँ पे again we have the conclusion that all enzymes are proteins, and similarly all proteins are organic compound and all enzymes are organic compound। ये आपका प्रेडिकेट्स हो जाएगा। सो यू हैव टू लुक फॉर प्रोटीन्स, क्योंकि ये आपका प्रेडिकेट टर्म है, प्रोटीन्स यहाँ पे है, सो ये आपका मेजर प्रोमाइज हो जाएगा। ऑल प्रोटीन्स आर organic and then compounds, and then all enzymes are organic compounds। So again you have it in the standard form, meaning that this is your major and then minor premise, and then the last one is your conclusion। So ये जो predicate term में आ रहा है, so that should be here protein, enzymes subject term में है तो minor premise में आना चाहिए, and then the organic compound दोनों आपका common है। So again this is in the form of A, and then again if you have to check the figure, what you have to do is to simply check the position of the middle term। So the position of the middle term में ये आपका first, second and then third and fourth, तो यहाँ पे आपका second में आ रहा है, so this would be A, and then the figure is the figure is third figure, right? तो third आपको लिखना है, I'm just making this mistake here, third figure। So this is in the third figure। चलिए let's move to the next exercise। So again in this particular case we have to reconstruct the syllogistic form from the following combination of moods and figures। जो आपका moods and figure already given है, now what you have to do is you have to find the syllogistic form, you have to formulate the syllogistic form। So again you know O preposition में आपका आता है no SS, so no आता है, right? So no, and then the subject are, and then predicate, and the similarly में all, and then the subject are predicate, and then your conclusion would be no again, no dash are dash। Now as you all know what you have to do is you have to write जो आपका last preposition है no s, so you simply write no s a p, and जो आपका p है, now यहाँ पे the important thing is you have to know the figures। So once you know the figures you will be able to do it। So this is in third figure के form में है, and third figure में middle term आपका यहाँ पे आता है, and then the predicate term is यहाँ पे, and then the subject term। So again if you will see O में आपका sum आ जाएगा, sum, and then not आ जाएगा। So this is sum MR not P, all MRS, and then the last one is no SR P। So ये आपका standard form में आ गया। उसी तरह again in the next question also we have AII in the third figure। So इस केस में आप कैसे करोगे? So इस केस में again you have to do the same thing। So first what you will do is you'll write all and then RP, and then next one is sum dash R dash, and then next में again you have sum and then dash R dash। So यहाँ पे आपका S and P आ जाएगा because this is your conclusion, and then now again we have to check the position of the middle term। So middle term आपका third figure में if you'll see, so this is first figure, second figure, and then third figure। third में आपका यहाँ पे आता है, सॉरी थर्ड में आपका यहाँ पे आ रहा है. So in the next part we have AII. So in case of AII again we have third figure में आपका MP and then MS and then SP आता है. So what you have to do is you have to write all MRP and then we have a sum and then we have I, right? So इसलिए sum आ जाएगा MRS and then therefore we have लास्ट में sum SRP. So ये आपका थर्ड फिगर में हो गया LAII के फॉर्म में. So this must be clear. Now moving to the next we have fourth figure आपका आता है PM and then MS and then लास्ट में you have S and P. So no E है तो no PRM, I है तो sum MRS and then लास्ट में we have all SRP. तो ये आपका फॉर्म में आ गया. सो अगेन दिस फर्स्ट फिगर में आपका आता है M and then we have P and then S M and then SP. So first what you'll do I preposition के लिए sum MRP, next A preposition के लिए all SRM and then E preposition के लिए no SRP. तो ऐसे आपको सॉल्व करना है. सो बेसिकली व्हाट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इज यू हैव टू रिमेंबर द फिगर के लिए यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस. सो यू कैन जस्ट चेक इट अगेन. फोर्थ है, सो फोर्थ के लिए M का पोजीशन ऐसे डायगोनली है एंड देन फर्स्ट के लिए अगेन ऐसे. सो फर्स्ट प्रपोजिशन. So if you remember this you'll be able to solve all the question. Thank you for watching. Like, share and